too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. 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 You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now. Casting on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me
Yo, Chad, what's going on, baby? Welcome back to Wall Street Sessions. It's going to be a good one today. Starting the week off strong. The first trade on the new live account. It's going to be a banger. Chris, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good. Had a little power nap for, was it 10 minutes? Felt good. But yeah, excited for the session. Excited for you taking that first live bullet. So it's going to be some emotions involved here today. So goodie.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one. Hopefully we can lock in. We got some news to back it up. So definitely going to see if the markets can come alive. But before we get into that good stuff, as always, Chris, you're going to open us up with some prayer, brother.
I will. Father, thank you for bringing us back safely after the weekend. Thank you for another day. Thank you for another opportunity to spend it here with the community members. Father, we just pray that you will guide us into the session. Pray that you will guide Keegan as he goes on to lead us into the session. And we just want to thank you for all of the opportunity. Thank you for blessing us. Thank you for blessing us with health. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to do what we love. And irrespective of the result, we pray that you'll bless the session, that you will be with everyone that hears our voice, every member that crosses paths with us, that you'll put a ring and a hedge of protection around us, around our families, our businesses, every endeavor that we put our hand to, Father. And we pray that everything we do will bring glory unto your name. And we pray this and we ask this purely not because we deserve it, but because of your grace and your mercies that are new every single day. And if you believe it, Chad, you can drop an amen right now.
Amen.
Keek, sorry, before we
Yes.
one-click trading.
I
okay.
just did it right now. I just did it.
All right.
Yeah, guys, we're not making that mistake again. But let's get into it, guys. So a little bit of fundamental chats. What is happening here before we get into the session? So
Sorry, Keeks. Also, last one, Chad. We are back on 600 megs per second. So just let me know. The
should be a lot
speed,
better.
the speed should be a lot better. So just letting you guys know, the guy came in today, so that should be good now.
yeah.
All right, sorry, man.
No, all good. So Euro, we had Euro PMI obviously coming out a little bit down there. Then we had German, well, first French, and then the German also, and then pound. I didn't even actually look at what the pound was earlier. Also a nice little drop over there. And now we got the dollar coming out at 3.45, so 15 minutes after market open. But who knows, the cracker might be in and out already by then, or we might even be break even and we hold it through the news. We'll see about that, but looking good. So we'll just see what happens with that at 3.45. But other than that, we've got some clear momentum for the day. So let's go over to the charts, starting us off with DXY. Now, guys, again, I said I was bearish, but we had the neutral idea purely because we had got this low over here. When we look here on the weekly, you guys are going to see what we're talking about. Nice bottom lows, and definitely found support here quite often. Even though as much as we're going bearish, this becomes the area the dollar needs to break. Once you break this, dollar is going down, but we need to get past there. So until that happens, there was always the possibility of us, like this candle, holding support, making the bottom wick, turning bullish, and always going for that retest of 100, 900, because again, when we talk about if I'm bearish on the week, I need to first see a top wick on my weekly candle before it can go bearish. So this obviously gives us that retest, exactly what we want. Nice big reversal. So if we can carry on into this session, especially now if those PMI numbers come out softer than expected, we can see this thing drop to the downside. So when we're looking here on the 15, again, lines up perfectly. We had the nice big bullish move this morning. Again, take notes, Asia range, EQ untested. So you had Asia lows, Asia highs, back to Asia lows in the daily pivot. Taking the big move to the top side, Asia highs, the big break, leaving a gap open even. Previous daily highs, R1, and running for their 100, 900. Breaking back under the daily R1 was a big thing for me. Now trading back down, retest previous daily highs, again a perfect hold there. If we get to Asia highs, as we said, weekly pivot, and once we get underneath that, I think dollar is in trouble, and then we go for that EQ and back down to this level of support to then see what happens with the dollar. So keep an eye out for that one. Then over to NASDAQ. Definitely still bullish, guys, but we know this was the area we had to pay attention to. When we start looking here, again, you will see this there. We were trading bullish. I said to the guys, big chance of a retest purely because untested, yeah. And obviously we had the daily pivot EQ all the way underneath us. So if you're in London session, again, this all played out. Unfortunately, we couldn't enter. We literally watched the trades play out. Some guys could enter, some couldn't, but they got in. So some guys hit TPs this morning. Others, we literally had to watch it happen. But the big sell-off, Asia highs back under the R1. You guys know the rule. Trading back down, Asia lows untested, and obviously if we come down for the break, you are going for that EQ. Perfect tap on the EQ, closes above the 200, holding Asia lows, and again, now we want to see it break above these previous daily highs. NASDAQ can definitely be running for the Asia highs untested, and back to that psychological 20,000. But again, we need to get past this previous daily high for me right now. This is kind of that 50%, that middle ground for NASDAQ. So big neutral point on the day for NASDAQ if we struggle here at the previous daily highs. US 30, almost the same thing, guys. We spoke about this big bullish momentum. Needed that normal pullback. Daily pivot EQ all untested. Gave us that nice pullback. Asia lows, breakdown to this level of support. EQ holding the 200. There was the turnaround again. Back into Asia lows. Fought a little bit there, but the break back above. Now holding as support. Good chance going for Asia highs, and once you can break this, a nice equal highs here on the Asia highs. So if we can break that, hold support, then again, all-time highs, we want to see that break and aggressive run. Probably at least that daily R2, I think, can be a target if this comes alive here today. Then lastly, gold. What are we going to be looking for here? Again, guys, I'm obviously bullish. We spoke to the guys this morning. This was the level. And again, if you guys were in the prep call last night, if you guys weren't, I don't know what, you guys are sleeping on it. We marked this area out for you guys. You're going to see very clearly where it came from. 4 hour over there, nice level. And then on the 1 hour, very, very nice and clear. Big move to the top side. These equal highs. So trading over there, again, we can anticipate Asia lows need to be tested. And the retest of this level over here, which came in perfectly, held, and there was your big move to the top side again. So looking here on the 15, that, as we always talk about, if you guys know, same way I trade, US 30, all of that, the sweep of the high and the low. So in the Asia range, holding rejection. So again, Asia lows untested. You're probably going to trade for that. We said to the guys, the minute you got the break back under all-time highs or previous all-time highs now, you were then going to go for that sell. So if you guys took it, big move to the downside. There was the retest after you held above, finding support, obviously going back to this all-time high. Now the fact we are here, if we can hold support, continue the move to the top side. Monthly R2, daily R1, 2640. Personally, I'd say myself, I like the round number. So that's what I'd be targeting, yeah. But definitely looking for the bullish move. So very, very big part of today, see what those PMI numbers come out as. But that is everything from my side. Chris, over to you, brother.
Alrighty, let's quickly have a look here.
Oh, and just on top of that, guys, sorry, the firecracker looking for sells.
Are you for real now? Wait. Okay. Alright, Chad, let's start from the top here. DXY spoke about this level down here. Said if we're going to break lower, we want to see price going lower. But now, Asia highs, that's the level we want to monitor. Straight after that, we've got the 200 previous daily high already rejecting massive pop off during this morning. I don't know if that was geopolitically driven. Could be, I don't see anything else there. Sorry, just on another note, PMI is looking horrific, straight through the bank. All major European economies seeing a major drop, lower than previous and lower than expected. So dollar could see a little bit of a comeback here with the PMIs coming out now in 29 minutes. So just one thing to do, put on your notepads. 200 EMA right there straight afterwards. If we can hold above Asia highs, we'll see that 200 come into play. US 30, a little bit sticky, big drop during pre-market. Then we had that massive bounce back inside. Previous daily high, Asia highs, this block is still untested. I do feel if we start breaking above that, we're going to see price moving higher. Sorry, but ultimately this 200, that's going to be our intermediate level that we need to monitor, this little zone right there. So still for me, it's very choppy, indecisive. Nasdaq, as mentioned, previous daily high, we want to see what price is going to do round about these levels here. And if we can start holding above that previous daily high level, we can see higher prices. Otherwise, I think you're going to start seeing this pre-market lows, or basically straight London lows being challenged today. That's where that sell-off can come in, that the cracker is trying to predict here. Gold for me, also quite choppy. If we go to the grid level, we spoke about two levels today. Firstly, that daily flip zone. We spoke about the potential sells here earlier this morning, and I said it can work, but there's not a lot of juice left in that squeeze. Did give you a little break here. What was that? 20 pips, and then started chopping. Then reversed, holding above the 200 now, and now back above that previous daily high. So it is looking relatively strong. I also made mention here this morning that these equal highs do look juicy for price to go and run through them. So I think we're going to get that a little bit later today, even if it just pops through and reverses. Again, messy price action, Chad. It's lows being taken. Highs are going to be taken. I'm expecting somewhat of a range day unless anything dramatic happens. But for me, previous daily high, 26.25. That's the zone that we need to monitor. And then a little bit earlier, SA40 holding that opening range high. No trade there for me. Just one thing I do want to note, because it's come under our attention that some guys are selling the idea of the Asia high and low. Please, if somebody's paying for that, just send them to the streams, send them to the Discord. Everything there is for free. Even this $5 grid, some people are now charging money for the strategy. Please, if you find out, we know who it is, but if you know of anybody that's paying good money for this, send them here. They can get all of this completely for free. But just to show you guys how good what we talk about and what we teach works, is that if you look at the daily R1, beautifully price holding above that daily R1, and then Chad, I'm not even going to say it for the OG Chad here. If we hold above daily R1, where are we going to next? Let's just see there. This is public information. No need to pay for it, but where are we going with it after this? You guys are putting me in the eyes here. Where are we? Okay, thanks, Neil. Neil coming to the rescue there. But if we hold above there, we're going to the daily R2. Yeah, please don't let anybody pay money for this. This is all free information here. Send us here. Yeah, Ed, we don't want to name and shame, but if somebody wants to ask money for something they received for free, that's on them. But anyways, so yeah, you can just send them here. So beautiful. Nothing here for me on SA40. I think the focus is mostly going to be on gold. I want to see what we do in this zone here. We've had a nice break, not a real retest here. We're going to monitor that zone there. And here's the thing. It would be great if we first pull back and then we can target those liquidity highs here. But that's it. US 30. Time to lock it in. Time to lock it in.
9 minutes. Or 8. 9.5.
Bro, why sell the $5 grid? It's just tell the guy. Listen, you don't have to sell your source. If you added source to it, just say, bro, go mark out the $5 grids on gold. Go play with it. Find your groove, but don't charge people money for it. Come on.
Yeah. Guys, it's a tricky one. Just got to keep the gents on their toes.
If you got it for free, Kicks, what do you rate? At least sow it for free. Plant that, replant the seed.
Forex Insight to say, I heard you ditched it.
This man is now an EQ trader.
I think maybe the secret is, I'm just going to say this, other than if we look at it over here, so I'm just going to say US 30, NASDAQ. Maybe the thing is, you need to be, where's my thing here? You need to be doing the turtle wave on indices.
Ooh.
Maybe that's what you've missed.
Ed, maybe you're on the wrong instrument, my brother.
The idea is not wrong. The pair might be wrong. And even then, it can work on the pair. It just doesn't give it that as often.
Sure. Ed, there you go, brother.
I mean, look at NASDAQ. There, test.
Jakes, chat to the man. The man
Test,
is definitely
test.
strategy hopping.
Like, yeah, it works on all these pairs. That's what I still said to the guys today when we took that bar, or the bar. What's beautiful about it was the EQ and the 2, and it was like a double confirmation.
Ed, that strategy police is coming for you. The strategy police is on your tail, my bro. I hope you're ready.
Andre, what you gonna call it, bro? The 400 EA strategy.
EQ strat is based on, I think so, Jakes.
Yeah, I prefer it on the 15 Jakes. The reason for me is because of that higher time frame. The big difference would have been, for example, a candle like this. If you're on the 5, like I just want to take a guess here, that you would have got to close underneath. Yeah, so let's just say if this was on the 5 now, for example, this looks very extended. Now you're telling me you want to buy here. It might look a bit unlike it's sketchy. Obviously, yes, that's like I mean, you're sacrificing the few pips, but the
Gotta
15s
clean up.
guaranteeing you
Yeah.
that once you've entered up here, you got that momentum. So, I mean, the same thing with NASDAQ. Yes, you could have snapped it on there, but again, it's there. So, I've spoken to the guys about it before. It just depends how you want to be with it. Like, normally, we can use aggressive entries. So, literally, I'll tell the guys, like, if it's a setup and you're looking for reversals, literally set your buy limit or your sell limit. But the fact we had an aggressive day like this and where it was coming down because of news, the news could have easily made this thing just drive down. And that's why I would rather will then wait for confirmations. Always buy above and sells below, or does it depend on the daily bias? No, well, yeah, basically, so you have the two setups, Jex. So the A and the B, where one's basically a reversal, one's a continuation. So let's just say if I was bearish, like again, if I was bearish on the day, and I had this, and we could anticipate that we want the drive, and this was going to give us the drive, then we would have waited for the break, the retest, and then the sell for continuing lower. But because, yeah, we are bullish, so the bias does come into it a bit, but because we're bullish, you're looking for that point, if you want to say liquidity sweep, where it's going to give you that sweep of the day, and then reverse to continue higher. Isaac Chris, I recently bought a 60 challenge and my money randomly got deducted a second time from my account, but I have not received any logins for info on the account. How do I go about requesting?
Sorry, my brother. I think support is busy with it. Finance is trying to track that second because we've never had an issue like that. So I know support is just waiting back from finance. Finance is just doing some fact finding. Yeah, so unfortunately we're just busy waiting for finance, so don't stress. Either you'll just get refunded, it's just a quality control check from finance.
Yeah,
But don't stress, you're in good hands, my brother.
yeah, Jex, just chat to Fobs. Fobs understands in depth how the EQ strat works, so you can answer basically any of the questions you get. Like, I'm happy to answer, but obviously, I think it's a bit back and forth there on the stream the whole time. Data collection, I'm starting to use that now. Also, Turtle Wave has not had an action in a while on board. Yeah.
Keeg's horn for you.
I'm not against the cells though for today.
You're not? That was a you problem.
I was waiting for my right hand, and then I'm like, okay, right hand's like in their left hand, and then left hand just chalked it.
Alright, the firecracker. I feel like the firecracker is going to be hot today.
Yeah. Bro, you know what was funny, eh? So I'm watching a video earlier, and it's like, every South African on Saturday night,
Yeah.
and it's the video of Marnie lining up the kick.
Ooh.
And I just said to Kate, and I was like, I already know what this video is going to be. And it's just that, the kick, and then, yo, mas.
No, man, I think that's the final. That's like the final nail in the coffin. Not for him playing Springbok, just mentally. Like he can't break that bad juju now. It's like on him, bro. It's
Like my thing
yeah.
is, bro. I said to the guys a while ago, he's cooked in a Springbok jersey, and guys were like, no, and I
think
said,
he's
yeah,
cooked
he's
now.
done.
Nice.
But again, I'm not blaming him. You can't blame him. We played like Kak for 77 minutes, so you can't blame him just at the end. Obviously, yes, it's their job to slot those type of things, especially a kick like that. But yeah, you still can't put it just on him. But yeah, that mental game, bro.
No, bro, that monkey is now like that monkey morphed. It's like part of him now.
In the space of one season, he cost the Stormers the semi-final in beating the champs La Rochelle. He missed the kick at the end, which cost them the game by 1 point. And now he cost the Springboks their game by 1 point because he missed the kick.
It is
Like, he mentally, bro, he's done. It's going to take a long time till he comes out of that rut.
Or you know what? Maybe Rassi sits him down and tells him like, Marnie, it can't get cucker than this. Like you've been to the bottom now. Like don't even stress about it. Like you won't surprise us with a bad kick. Like let's put it that way. We're not expecting miracles. Go about your thing. Kick your goals.
Chad.
Hey man, it's bad. It's tough for the guy because.
But I will say, bro, Jaden Hendricks' kick to win the Curry Cup final.
Oh, that was,
Bro,
that was
what an
DNT.
ending. Like,
That
over 80 minutes, they
Did
screw
you
up
even
the line
did you
out.
see it even had like a
That
little
curve, bro. And the thing, that's like the furthest kick he's done in a professional game. He's never kicked 60
Yeah.
meters in a game before. Hey, Chad, markets are open.
straight
Round
sell.
1.
Straight
Oof,
sell.
this is looking aggressive.
Oof.
Round 2, actually. I
Oof.
hope you guys are ready for this. Ding, 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 ding. Fight.
Just reconfirm for the boys that
Yeah.
just came on the pippers and dippers what we're doing.
We are looking for cells, ladies and gents. The cells.
Yo, okay, cell.
I'm liking this
Yo, let me just get my charts ready.
because this is like that continuation move anyway. So I'm happy with it. I just hope we don't get absolutely annihilated on it.
I was just getting my charts ready. I'm on a deal chart today. I'm dealing it. Okay, maybe let's not deal.
Hey, so we're taking it now, bro. Oh. Chad, that's it. I'm in.
Oh shit. Oh shit. You're not gonna do me like this again. Oh, I almost choked my account. Oh, no, I'm too late. Oh my lord. Chad, oh my sack. I didn't check that it already moved down. I think you guys should almost be done already.
No. Bro, we're basically at break even.
Okay, so I'll just add on the pullback. Yo, I was way too slow there. Joanna gave such a nice pullback. Did you get a good entry though?
Nah, not really, bro.
I got a horrific entry, my bro. Because it opened up with a beautiful top wick.
We're fighting here, bro. Don't you worry.
Where's your entry? Let me just check your entry. Sure, okay. Yo, this is so cuck.
I must say, I'm not like it needs to get past those Asia lows.
I don't think it's the worst though. I don't think it's the worst. Only issues we haven't taken Asia highs yet. So, but I don't think it's a terrible position if I'm honest.
For me, yeah, we just need to get past Asia lows.
The ranges seem pretty tight though. Like 60.
Yo, Naz is tanking, bro. USD, don't do this now. You're gonna do the opposite.
I just added there.
Did you add?
Could be a mistake because I'm almost, but it's,
Oh yeah, I'm
it's
on the wrong one.
but it's worth a shot. Yeah, out.
There you
Sure.
go. I'm also out. Bro, I just had a feeling the fact this thing didn't drop and Nasdaq was doing this, I was like, oof, we're gonna
Yeah,
be on the
there's
wrong
okay.
side. Yeah.
There's Asia has taken. Is Nas dropping? Nas. Yeah, Nas dying.
Yes,
DXY.
bro, there that thing goes.
Previous weekly.
Typical Monday GG, bro. I swear at this point, we honestly can just fade it on a Monday. Like majority, I think 90% of the strategies losses are on a Monday. Literally, think of it. Last week, Friday, we went 4
and a
4
Monday,
for 5.
and a
Monday was the loss.
Yeah, I don't think it's a horrific idea to maybe throw Monday out the window. 11 minutes.
He's gonna reject now, bro, all the way from all-time highs.
My question now is, remember we had that chat where, let's say for instance, okay, we got clipped on that idea, but that candle that closed above there now, that is still technically valid because we keep the direction and we still keep the, because then we would have been out now already. You check what I'm saying. So again, it broke that range and that still makes it valid. So even this first one was valid, but if you ever wanted to take a second stab at it,
Yeah.
you check what I'm saying. So something to look at. Maybe not always, but just something to consider.
I get what you're saying.
Because we've done this when we've taken a break even, and then we take it.
Yeah, Kyle, you see, that's the exact thing, bro. The day we do decide to fade it, it's gonna fade us. But as guys, it's proved that you know what, it's part of it. If it means you take 1, even 2 losses a week, the rest are winners. It's fine. Think of it this way: at least Monday, you started off with the loss and it's out the way. Yo, bro, Nasdaq is dropping.
Yeah, it's rejecting that previous daily high level. US 30, interesting.
If it didn't expand in London, what? If it didn't expand in London, it will expand here in New York. Yeah.
I think it's going to range.
For the day. I think it might range till the news comes out.
Yeah, Chad, reason I say that is if you look at this, remember I said those equal highs, they look like they want to get tapped. So we pushed through it, and in that same candle, we took Asia lows and we took Asia highs. So could be a rangy day, but also coming back to the daily, I actually expected an expansion day, purely based off that small-bodied daily candle we have. So I do potentially expect an expansion move today. If not, if we've got another tight daily range day, tomorrow is going to be a massive day. This data is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I won't do anything else till this data, bro.
If this data comes out solid, rest of Europe giving a bad print, that's going to be a massive boost for the dollar. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the opening range to be established. Yeah, Chad, and then also just some info. Somebody's selling this opening range strategy for, what is it, 30k kicks? 30,000?
Yeah, a lot of money.
30k, so yeah.
Be safe out there, kids.
Oh, dude, I don't know what the boys are doing. I don't know what the guys are doing.
And there goes the sell, bro.
But you check that second chance.
Yeah.
If we ever, you stick with the direction, and once it breaks that second range.
bearish flag. That's why sell-offs.
Right, it is a bear flag. Yeah, Triana, Chad, I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. Cape Town coming out. Really looking forward to meeting the gents. I think it's gonna be good for us as well to put some faces to the names. Like I said, some of you guys have been with us, like you family here, but we've never ever met. Like you've seen us, but if you had to walk past me in the street and you would say there's Jex or there's let's say for instance, okay, we know there's Bevan or there's Andre, we know as well, there's Peter, like we wouldn't know. For instance, this weekend somebody walking up to me and he's like, hey bro, what's his name? I think Gavin. He's like, oh, I'm part of Project G. I'm like, hey, sweet man. So there's no face for us. There's only the name and the chatting. So I almost thought Etty said CPI, baby. I thought, damn, I'll be in for a CPI. Yeah. Dude, I've got a weird feeling if this comes out bullish, I think you're going to initially see quite a big sell-off. Even though it's good for the economy, just that initial burst of dollar strength.
I could see it happening.
I've got a feeling that's going to... Quite a bit of news geopolitically, Chad. IDF ready for ground maneuvers in Lebanon. So we've had quite a few of these reports coming through.
See what that news is going to come out as.
Gold going for those little equalize. I think this news will pop it through. They're definitely going to run that. Chad, I would actually love if this 5 minute close is bullish here, and the next candle, that news candle, gives us a nice break to the downside. That's going to be my last bullet for US 30. This is what we back tested for the guys that have been with us. I think I made mention to someone to join today, just for the guys to know. These are the rule sets. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. This is the rule set. So if you want to take a screenshot, for the most part, this is the rules that we're going to implement, I would say, at least for the next month or so. We want to avoid high and low of the session, high and low of the day, especially Monday and Friday. Before we have set our weekly high or low. Trade management, once we reached 50% of our target, so that's going to be 30 points, we're going to reduce stops to just above that 5 minute candle high that we entered on. 2 consecutive candles in your direction, usually you should be close to 80% to your target, then we go break even. And then also note if your stop is within that opening range, high or low, you're solid. Otherwise, if it's above, you're a little extended, maybe reduce your lot size, make your stop a little bit bigger, so that, let's say if you do take a sell here, for instance here, you want to ideally have your stop inside that range, because your price can come and retest that level and reject. So if you take it here somewhere, literally what can happen is you can get stopped out and then it can still run in your direction. So all right, 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think everything's pausing a bit just for that news now. If it comes out good for the dollar, I think there's a massive move. Only one of the day to be positive.
I was just gonna pee. I think it's that pee. Let me just get that pee in first. Sorry, Keeks.
You've got 10 seconds, eh?
I'm gonna get that. Let's just wait for the news. I'm anyways waiting for the 5 on that opening range break. So let's check it. Let's check it. Oof. Oh.
Ooh. Yo, bro, that is hurting people right now.
Oof.
That is hurting people.
Gold gapping up. What was the result?
Yo, USD gapped down and then shot up.
What was it? Okay, global services PMI coming out better. Manufacturing mixed data, Chad. Mixed data. Gemini survived that. Gemini is selling for some reason. Alright, Chad, if we can get that break, I'm going for those sells, eh? Sorry, what is dollar? Okay, I don't have a lot of time to pee. Alright, there's that rebound in dollar. As mentioned, I'm expecting a nice rebound on the dollar, so let's check US30.
Isn't going to break. So that if it does break, I think you could get a nice move on this thing.
Did note that the survey's price gauges, meanwhile, serve as a warning that despite the PMI indicating a further deterioration of the hiring trend in September, FOMC may need to move cautiously implementing further rate cuts. Prices charged for goods and services are both rising at the fastest rate for 6 months, with input costs in the services sector, a major component of which is wages and salaries, rising at the fastest rate for a year.
You haven't missed anything, yeah.
So holding there.
Keys, you got one more bullet for the day. No, guys, trust me, I'm ready.
I actually like this. So if the next candle can break down, yeah. What's DXY doing? Okay, nice bounce off that previous weekly, well, not previous, the weekly pivot. I still like the sells though. I don't know if I'm blinded, but I think I would only like the buys now, Keeks, if we can hold Asia highs and we break above that daily R1. Otherwise, sells look more promising for me.
The thing for me, bro, and you know I always talk about it, is with the sell, we took all-time highs.
And we rejected.
For me, that's always a big thing. If you're going to take it, you got to take it and run. The fact it rejected, I'm like,
I think if we can hold below this 200, that's the first little hurdle, Chad. And then just a nice little break of structure, not running away from us. Something like that is going to be absolutely pristine. Or even this one, 1 minute left. Pristine life. Boy. What is Nas doing? Look at my Nas is like on its own little mission here. Little side quest. Finish the main quest now, onto those little side hustles. That XP on the side. Just gaining some free skins here. Okay, just hold there. Oof. This is gonna make it sticky. Oh. Just hold, yeah. Okay, now you can go and break it.
So you won in the break, eh?
Yeah, I like this. Chad, all I want to see now is maybe even another test of that 200 bearish candle here. I'm executing. And that's, if we get something like this, pristine, love that. If we don't get it, then it's fine. But just want to break outside. Yeah, I like it. You can see we held above that 200. Now we broke below it. So all I need is just a nice little break out of this opening range and we are good to go. Prima. Jeremy, sorry man, is it fine if we just first get into this trade? I just want to lock it in here. I don't want to take away from you chatting to us, so if we can maybe just lock it in here for a couple of minutes, see if we can get that position.
Yeah, it's fighting you, bro.
It's fine. I actually like it because that gives us more feel once it actually breaks. Yeah, Chad, anything these days that you give out for free, somebody's gonna try and sell it, but that's fine. That's none of my business. There's that equal highs on gold taken, so at least that is done. Now the focus is just here on US 30. I wouldn't even mind another bullish candle. But if it wants to break now, there's that another test on the 200 5-minute time frame for the guys that didn't know. Alright, here we go. Break it for us and let's get stuck into this now. Daily pivot is there. Oh, could get a nice move here today, Chad. That's if we get it. Peter, yeah, I agree. One thing I'm busy checking with this opening range strat is that on some days, I don't know if Bugatti's yet this afternoon. I haven't seen him, but some days it really gives you solid moves, especially if you're trading it close to the daily pivot. And what I've seen it do is it will go and extend for those daily S1 or weekly pivot levels. So I'm trying to think about how do we maximize it. I was even considering taking 2 positions, closing the one at 1-1 and then going for an extended target, but that's also going to start skewing your data for the times where you maybe take 2 losses in a row. You take the full loss, but let's say on your winners you only took half of the profit because your one position got stopped out at break even. So it's a case of that give and take. What you've given on the one side, it's been taken on the other. So, but Chad, if we get a nice closure below here on this 5-minute, I'm going to be executing on these sells. So just get ready. I just want to see a nice break below here, and we are good to go. 1 minute. I would love for it to close not on its low, but not like this. That's not a. That is terrible.
That thing is fighting you, bro.
Oh, we're gonna need to be patient. That's why I tell the guys that backtesting, you dictate the pace of the candles, but when it's a live market and you're waiting for these 5-minute candles and they're busy forming, mentally that it's a different game. That's why backtesting and forward testing will never ever be the same. Nila, how's it going, my brother? All right, Chad. I don't mind this. We still holding below the 200. If we can get a break now, I just hope this next candle doesn't run away from us. And if it runs away, that's fine. We're not going to break a rule here because of FOMO. Tight like a tiger.
That it really is fighting you, bro.
Sure, bro. This thing does not want us to be in a trade here.
That open range low is just holding.
What is Nas? Nas is looking... Okay, there Nas did another little liquidity jump there. It's just not... come on. Come on. 4 minutes. 4 minutes, can we get it? Peter, I'm honestly doing good. Luckily news pushed my trade over the line. Hey, that's good to hear. Peter, I'm actually thinking a realistic target is this pre-market or basically London lows. If I'm very honest, that's a realistic target. That's 80 points, and then after that, daily S1.
My only thing is, bro, watch. So higher time frames, I really like the sells for you, but my thing is the 4 hours gonna close, meaning there still is a good chance this thing's gonna make a top wick now first.
4 hour. Nah, we don't need top wicks here. This is a different animal. No, it's fine. So what's going to happen if this closes bullish like this? You might get another bullish candle, and this consolidation at this level, I'm quite liking. So I would rather have this close up here and then break than. It's going to make us work for these couple of pips that we want to grab here. It's not letting us off easy yet, Chad. It's like you boys better know you're going to put in a shift to catch these pips. 2 minutes. Can we get that break? Come on. Or it's not going to break this opening range though. It's just going to chill inside it, and everyone that's waiting for it's like, I'm waiting. 9 o'clock, your wife's like, Liefie, gaan jy 'n bietjie tyd saam ons spandeer? Ek wag vir die open range. Los my. What open range? It's 9 o'clock in the evening. Markets are closing in an hour and a half. I'm ready when it breaks. Okay, here we go. Yeah. I've been there, Chad. I've been there. You're eating your food in front of the thing, and 2 hours later, it's like, bro, why did I spend 2 hours? I could have called it. Could have had my meal in peace, but you chow, and it's like, okay, let me get ready. Alrighty, Chad. If we can close somewhere here, beautiful. Going to execute for the guys that don't know. Going to execute on a sell here. Rejected previous daily high, rejected all-time highs, rejected daily R1, and now breaking out of the opening range lows. So let's see. Don't run now. Just hold. Advantage point we have is the daily pivot. That's more or less where I think we're going to go break even on this bad boy. So let's see what we get. 45 seconds. Just hold the line here. Don't run now. Don't do it. No. Don't do it. Okay.
Aren't you in it?
That has to close.
I have faith in you, bro. You can catch this bull or bear. I hope for your sake this is going to be that trade where the 200's there like last time and this thing's going to break that 200 and then just
Punch it.
melt.
Chad, okay, I'm in. Let me just set my stop. I would have loved for it to not be that close to the daily pivot, but that's fine. So, got in the sell somewhere here. Stops are 60. Ideally, we want to go for 1-to-1. I'm not gonna. See what I'm saying is we're already on that daily pivot, so we just need to monitor that daily pivot and let's see if we can. I think ideally this low here, that is realistic, but I'll check at a 1-to-1 if we can get through this daily pivot. Otherwise we're in some trouble here if we can't break that daily pivot, and as long as we hold below that opening range low. So I'm just gonna pull my TP there so long. Okay.
Oh, there comes that top wick.
Yeah, I'm fine with this as long as we hold below this. Then I think we're good. Then this pullback will give us some support to break down on the next.
I want to be that person, bro, but from like how you trade it, if I understand with your open range, isn't this not going to be the fake out and now it's going to trade back to the top of the open range?
It can, but I don't trade that internal. I only trade the breakout.
Okay.
So I'll stick with it if it holds back, because a lot of times what it will do is it will consolidate back inside of the range and then break out again. So on the back testing over the weekend, we saw that trying to trade the reversal, for instance, where in the one case it pumped the opening range high and it looked like a reversal, and then all it did, that next candle just pumped it through. Chad, but very well could be that they hold price in this range up here. So that's me out. Yeah. All right. Not the worst. I'm not bleak about this. This is valid. We've had bearish order flow all the way from these highs after taking previous daily high and Asia highs. This is just unfortunately one of it. Are you still going to take a shot?
No, I was thinking of what you were doing, but again for me, I was going to do the same thing I think we did on Thursday. So the breakout, but then that retest. The retest
I check.
literally closed back in already, so that's why I didn't execute on it.
On the 1 minute.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay,
this needed to still just close. Even as long as it stayed
yeah.
underneath, I would have taken it, but it closed back in. Nah, bro, markets, they're dangerous today.
Gold rejecting monthly R2, never tested this previous daily high.
Why did you sell but your bias is bullish? Because of the strategy, brother.
Also, I don't know if you, I don't know who asked that, but IJ Rhodes, we actually had a discussion here this morning. If you really think about it, if you scalping the lower time frames. I'm not saying a bias is not important, but if you trade and you scalp, for instance, what we're doing, we technically scalping. Your bias is not really that important, because the time frames that you're catching it on, you can be catching the pullback, and it can still be bullish on the day. But if that immediate order flow is bearish and you trade bearish, there's nothing wrong. So if you're going to trade, for instance, the 1 minute and the 5 minute, and you place a lot of emphasis on your daily bias, there's nothing wrong. Then you need to be able to wait for the order flow to come back in your direction. But the immediate order flow here currently is bearish. We're constantly creating new lows. So if you look at the price, even here on the 1 minute, we're not making new highs. So it's not that price is bullish. Price is taking out localized lows, and the highs are getting lower. So at that stage, order flow was definitely bearish, and order flow can still go bearish. So there's nothing wrong if you want to stay. We had that discussion here this morning. If you want to stick to your daily bias and you want to wait for that shift, then that's fine. Just know that there could be a day where even if your bias is bullish on the day, you could have a bearish day, and that bearish day is just a pullback for the weekly candle and all of that. But this right here, nothing about this is bullish if you think about it. Even if you go on a 1 minute and I put a line chart there, then you can clearly see that none of this is bullish. This here is maybe a bullish shift, definitely. But while we were looking at price was trending lower, and sellers were definitely the more dominant.
Yeah.
Now my wife is going to ask me, how did it go? I will be like, fine, see you. No, man, Andre. I thought you faded us today. Then you would have had a nice 2 winning trades here. If you're selling, where are you selling from? That's the question. Price is to give you a value point to sell from. This is my value point, brother. The opening range. If you were part of that 3-hour session on the weekend, you would know exactly why we did this. So that is the value point there. We rejected the daily R1. We rejected the previous daily high. We rejected Asia highs. And the value point is here, and we rejected the 200. So for the most part, we traded back above it, and then we started trading below it with rejections there. So it's a case of the order flow was bearish at that stage. And also I did mention that the daily pivot is the point where you want to go break even, but it happened so quickly. By the time it tapped, it reversed immediately. So you're not going to always get it right, Mo. As much as we want to always win, we're not going to be able to do it. And if you are constantly winning, amazing. Keep it up, my brother. But unfortunately, yeah, we still take losses. IJ Rhodes, don't stress about it, bro. Don't stress about it. All right. Don't stress too much. Peter, I do think it might still go down. Unfortunately, we don't have any advantage point here currently, because Asia highs and lows have been taken. So for the most part, you'll see that price will just bounce in and between these ranges. So I don't think there's any advantage here today. If we had an advantage point, it would have been, say for instance, Asia highs being untested or Asia lows being untested. But I think for the most part, you're not going to get a solid direction for the day. So I wouldn't even break my mind over it here. Okay, cool, but why don't you scalp bullish when it comes? Why did you sell? IJ Rhodes, I did say don't stress about it, brother. It's reading order flow, so don't stress too much about it. If it doesn't make sense for you, don't worry about it. Yeah, Peter, check here. For instance, with Nasdaq, the beauty here is if you start creating some bullish order flow here, you've got that Asia high that's untapped, so that's going to be your advantage point. Asia lows are taken, so very likely if you can start breaking above that daily R1, Asia highs could be a very easy target. So there's still some advantage here, but other than that, US 30. We don't have any advantage points here. Absolutely nothing. IJ Rhodes, that's what I said, brother. It's when you're scalping and you look at the immediate order flow, your daily or weekly bias is not going to affect your intermediate session here. Because the time we take the trade is usually within maybe a 15 or 30 minute candle, and one 30-minute candle in the bigger scheme of things of your weekly bias is not going to really change anything that much. So that's why I'm saying if you're too focused now on this bias, which is a weekly bias, and also if you consider that even if your bias is bullish on the week, a bullish candle is going to have a bottom wick at some stage. So we could have been creating the bottom wick, and then it's going to flip bullish. So that's why I'm saying don't get too fixated on your bias when you're scalping. If you are trading, for instance, on a 4-hour and an 8-hour, then I would definitely say there's no need to try and scalp on that, because that's not a scalp, because it's going to take you 4 hours just to get the next candle. Nasty price action, bro. This is super sketch. This is some scammy price action here today. They scammed a lot of us here today with this price action.
It's fine, bro. The comeback is real. Nah, bro, that's me for the session. I'm not going to trade this. End of the day, rule of thumb, we've got mixed data, so I don't want to trade mixed data. Things are...
Dop and chop. Pip and dip with the dop and chop. Mo, beautiful, brother. That is exactly why we said, I don't know if you saw that rules we posted. I don't know if you saw that, avoid high and low of the session Monday and Fridays, because Fridays tend to pull back. Mondays tend to set the high and the low of the week. So we were very well aware of that. And luckily we were still trading within the internal range. So we weren't at the low of the day or at the high of the day. We were actually relatively neutral if you consider where the daily flip is. So, but thank you for pointing that out. We do appreciate it, Mo. We really appreciate you. Just image a yearly. Yeah, I think the yearly bias is solid. Just get a yearly bias on the quarterly candles. But if you do consider it, Keeks, the guy on the Robbins World Cup that's in number 1.
Yeah.
Average trade duration, 13 days.
Sheesh.
Even in my DGen days, I don't think I've held a trade that. No, I'm kidding. I think I have held a trade that long.
I know I haven't.
I know my brother held a trade for 2 weeks. That thing like riled him up. He phoned me. And that man is sitting with his work PC and stuff here. And then he had like a little iPad there where it was just like, that thing was like a pet. That drawdown position, USD CAD, I'll never forget it. And he just carried that thing, just looking at it. Massive drawdown. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Mo. Dude, I will never be able to hold a trade that long. Never. Bro, no. That's 2 weeks. And you just... And yes, I've been following the guy on Twitter. And it's always like, you always try and find like, what is the guy doing? He doesn't trade with stops, firstly. He says if you're not comfortable to take a position without a stop loss, you're putting too much risk on your trade. And I was like, okay. So he doesn't use a stop. He purely trades like a macro direction, which is not wrong, trading a macro direction, but that's the first thing. He's got no stop, so obviously he's trading not that big size. So I held for a month. This was BlackRock. Damn. Like a Tamagotchi. Hey. Yo, bro. Tamagotchi was before your time, eh? Your chat, and you wake up and that thing pooed and you didn't clean the poo and he's sick now and you have to inject him. And bro, that was a different life back then. you don't know about the Tamagotchi?
No.
Bro, it was a little animal on this like little, like, you know, the calculator screens? Yeah. Had like, I think 4 buttons on, and then it was a little animal, so it got hungry and you like it needs to sleep. And then what happened is during the night when you go sleep, it would like poo. And there's like a lot of poos all over him and it's like smelling, and then he gets sick. And now you first have to clean the poo and then you have to inject him to get him better. Bro, it was a different life back then. Or you forgot the oak at home and it's dead when you get back. Bro, and here's the thing, when you pulled out that plastic, then that thing is born. So it's like, okay, let's start this thing fresh on a Saturday morning. Let's get this thing to grow. And as soon as you pull it out, that little chime started, and then, you know, time to grow a little Tamagotchi. I had it, bro. That was incredible. I think just as a kid, having that sense of responsibility, Keegs, like there's a little digital animal you have to. No, but I think it was. I don't think Keegan was born when the Tamagotchi came out. Let me check here.
I don't say really, unless I'm thinking of something else here.
Yes, bro, Tamagotchi. Flip it, check here.
No, I never had this thing, bro.
Check here. Check on my screen. Did you not have it? Like, check there. There's like, you have to chat. It wants entertainment. There's the syringe I was talking about. If it's sick, then you pump it with some. Syringe. That's where you wake it up. You give it food. There you bath it. You check its metrics. I think that's where you let it talk a little bit. Chad, how the hell did we... Yo, Tamagotchi, this little egg.
See, you can still buy 600 Rand, bro.
Bro, what a... Check that. It's like... It's not even 8-bit, my bro. That's like 1-bit. I think your calculator has got better resolution than this. Chad, when did Tamagotchi release? I honestly don't think
they came out in 1996.
Yeah, Keegan wasn't born. He was still...
I wasn't even born yet. I was a thought.
Keegan was still... Did your dad ever get a vasectomy, bro?
I don't think he did.
Alright, so... Yeah, so my Tamagotchis are done, my bro. I've got my 2 Tamagotchis at home. And that's about the only Tamagotchis I'll ever... Bro, it was mad. It's I can still remember it like it was yesterday. There's 3 buttons. Dude, he might have not even been in the sack. You're right, Peter. He might have not even been conceptualized. Maybe it was just conceptualized at that stage.
Hey.
I must have been in grade 4, like... Dude, I don't know how my mom bought one for me, because we were, when I say poor, like poor, like, sure. Like that redneck poor.
Yeah, but like $600 back then was like 5 cents.
No, but I don't think, dude, I think I actually had one of those knockoffs, those Timo ones. No, bro, I swear, Chad, I don't know if some of you know, but back then, Timo wasn't online. Timo came here, and Timo was an Asian family that imported stuff. I don't know how they got it here, but every small town had like a little Timo shop where there's just a lot of lights on the outside, and there's everything. There's knockoff batteries, there's little toys, there's the brands, the different brands. So. So, yeah, I don't know, guys. Most of you won't know about those Timo shops back then. 47 versions. Dude, there must be a Tamagotchi app now. Let's check.
Tamagotchi app.
Yeah, my Tamagotchi forever. There's a mobile game.
There you go, Chris. You can relive it. You can you can get the kids one, bro. The app is called Po. What?
Poo.
Is it Poo or Po?
I think Poo. Poo really. Okay, Geek, so we're not streaming tomorrow, eh?
No.
Alright. Are you gonna, you still, bro, you are gonna trade. I know you're not gonna
I
trade
said
them all, eh?
I'm trading New York.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm doing stuff. I'm doing something tomorrow. But I'll be back and I'll trade New York.
There was a song. Let's find that song. Please don't tell me there was a song. Yeah, I think Keegan missed a very nice part. The Squeezers song. Let's listen to this quickly. No, that's not the song, Keegs. That's Uber Eats. Fire. Okay. I think we're wrapping it up on that note, Keegs. What do you rate?
Yeah.
That, sure. Tamagotchi fire. Alright, let's go full screen now.
Yeah, no, I will be sending the stuff in the Discord, but I'm looking out for it tomorrow. So don't worry about that. Yeah, so I missed
Dial up internet.
I wouldn't say I kind of just missed it. It was still like an option type of thing, but
Oh, so you never got that sound when you dialed up and it's like, "Grrr," and it's like running and you're
no. So
connecting.
that's what I'm saying. So more the sense of, like, I can remember it in the sense of my parents using it at that time. But when I started like using the PC and actually using the internet and stuff, like then yes, I missed it.
We were too poor for internet. we had fax machines. No, Chad, I'm honest. Like, internet was never even a thing. I just saw it, and other guys were like, I'm like, sure, internet. I think I still told you guys the first time I saw a flat screen TV and DSTV. I thought, like, I didn't even know that existed.
Like where's the rest of it?
Bro, my world was literally SABC 1, 2, 3, and ETV and Mnet open time on a Sunday at 7. That was my 4 channels I lived with.
Hey, bro, but those channels had bomb shows back in the days.
But it was like 15 minutes, bro. You wait there the entire day. It's like, right, the cartoons are coming on. It's like 10-minute segment. It's like, get out here, all you poor people. Go visit your rich friends that have DSTV. We're only giving you 10 minutes. Can't do any more. 10 minutes.
Oh, you're right, guys. But yeah, just talking about the opening range, bro. Like, for me, looking at it, the opening range, that fake out back in worked perfectly. Never held resistance, closed in. You could have then bought it and bang, that thing ran. So still, I mean, technically, from what I understand of it, it still worked perfectly.
Yeah, just But no.
But yeah, Chris, any closing remarks from your side, bro?
A and 2, don't worry. Canned spaghetti, you're still getting it good. Try the chickpeas. The chickpeas is relatively dry. No, Chad, I think choppy price action, I don't think look too much into it. We executed well. You're not going to get them all. There's going to be days like this, and if somebody comes back and says, oh, but look at this, look at that, no. That's a lie. We've seen it so many times. So Monday, first day of the week, last week of the month. I think it's still early days, same as last week. Monday, cracker, losing, then going 4 out of 5. So it's just a case of following our rules, yeah. And win or lose, if we follow our rules and we manage our trade and we execute on our trade, the result will take care of itself. So yeah, Chad, no stream tomorrow. I think we're going to enjoy the rest. We're going to come back refreshed and hungry on Wednesday, and then we're going to get that latter part of the week. I will, however, tomorrow morning send something out in the free group as well. Just do a little bit of analysis there for the guys, and then obviously in the afternoon we'll send something out as well. So I really appreciate it, Chad, and we will see you guys tomorrow, baby. Wednesday, yeah. Almost created expectation there.
All right. Cheers, Chad.
Then you do that little
line. Wait, okay. Hold on.
Yeah, there we go.
As always, guys, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace and love, baby. Cheers.
Cheers.
snooze on me. I was dreaming about what food to eat. Why they sleeping, why they snoozed on me. I was seizing opportunity. Now they don't know what to do with me. I keep going hard like I'm in puberty. The billions in my blood, there ain't no ruling me. Coming for the top, this is a mutiny. I want percentage, yeah. Put you in your mind like fuck your business, yeah. You never had a chance like an abortion. Broken, you don't wanna play with me, that's forfeit. Oh shit, took it to a place that never thought he could. Now the lone wolf is holding up in Bollywood. Now I got some confidence, they call me cocky. Put your fucking tiger in the eye, I feel like Rocky. I am untouchable, I cannot fuck with you. I do not follow rules, makes me uncomfortable. I got all this passion and desire, force my path with the fire. Never passive, I acquire till I'm crashing your empire. They was sleeping, they was snooze on me. I was dreaming about what food to eat. Why they sleeping, why they snoozed on me. I was seizing opportunity. Now they don't know what to do with me. I keep going hard like I'm in